everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Selena and today is episode 3 of running off my baby weight. I've been doing this now for 4 weeks and I'm here to give you the last 2 weeks of my update, all my progress that I have made through these last 2 weeks since my last update. So first I'm going to start off with some issues that I've been realizing that I'm having over the last 2 weeks, and one huge one is just monitoring my pace on the treadmill. So I'm just having a hard time increasing my pace during the run, or how much to increase it. Usually when I run outside I have like a natural pace and I can speed up and slow down during the run, and then that usually works for me. But then on a treadmill it's a lot harder when I have to manually lower the pace or increase the speed during the run, and I just can't really judge if I can make it on that speed for the whole amount of time. So that has been my biggest struggle so far with running strictly on a treadmill. I do wish that I could run outside. It's just, for me, and being more of a beginner runner, I haven't ran outside in the winter ever before, so I just don't feel comfortable running outside in the winter. So it's just been really tough to just be strictly treadmill and not being able to increase my speed. So if anybody has any tips on doing that on a treadmill, please leave it in the comments and let me know. So here is my week 3 run. So these are my 4 runs that I had. As you can see, it ranges from 16.5 minutes to about 22 minutes. So I increased my time, and then also my distance from 1.4 miles to about 2 miles. So I'm pretty happy with that. It was a big jump compared to my last 2 weeks that I did. So I was just running to my goal pretty much, and then if I could surpass it and I felt good, I just kept going. So my goal was about 20 minutes, and then on the last day I was able to run 22. So that's pretty much how I did my runs this week, and I'm pretty happy with my pace. It did go a little bit quicker throughout the week, but I do want to work on getting it a little bit faster as well. So that was my week 1, and here's my week 2. And as you can see, I increased it a lot as well in this week, so I felt comfortable. Again, for this week I mostly had a distance goal, so I really wanted to maintain 2 miles or more for each of my runs. So that's what I did, and let me just look at my sheet. So it ranged from 21 minutes to 25 minutes, and then I realized also on this week that it depends when I ran during the day. So this week, for some reason, I was doing a lot of later runs during the day, so that was the only time I could get a babysitter for my daughter, so I was able to only run pretty much like 6 to 7 p.m. and some of my other runs, which were a lot better and I felt a lot better running, was during the day, so like a 3 or 2 o'clock run. So that also I felt affected me as well, just because I wake up pretty early with my daughter, so then by the time it gets to 6 o'clock I'm pretty much exhausted from the day, which affects my runs. Obviously, that's what I figured out. So that's why some of my runs at the beginning were faster, and then in the middle of the week I couldn't run as far or for as much time. And then my last run of the day, I really pushed myself to do a goal of 25 minutes, which I'm happy I did. And obviously that was my farthest run, which was 2.36 miles. So I was pretty happy with that. By 6 weeks, my goal is actually to run a 5K. So by my next update, I wanted to run at least 5 kilometers. So then at 12 weeks, I can run the 10-kilometer run. So now I'm going to go over my measurements. So I'll place them here. So I weighed myself and did all my measurements since 2 weeks was the last time I did it, and now it's my 4-week measurements. So I'm just reading them out here. So obviously I lost a little bit of weight. I went from 151 to about 149.5, so I was happy with that. And then I lost a couple inches in certain areas. So one big one was my hips again. So I went down to 39 and I was at 42.5, so I was pretty happy with that. Biceps stayed the same. My quads went down a little bit, which I did notice because some of my clothes have been fitting a lot better. So 23.5 was my quads. And then my bust went down a little bit to 35, and my waist stayed the same. So I'm pretty happy with that. So that is my update for the last 2 weeks. I'm pretty worried about the next 2 weeks, actually the next 4 weeks, to be honest with you guys, because we just found out where I live in Edmonton, Alberta, that we are going through another lockdown this coming up next week for at least 28 days. So that means that all gyms are going to be closed. And I'm just, when I heard this, I literally, my heart dropped, because going to the gym has been my savior for the last 4 weeks. It has really helped me, my mental health. I'm not quite sure what my game plan is going to be for the next 2 weeks. I will let you guys know at my next update what I decide to do. I don't feel comfortable running outside. I will show you guys right now what it looks like. So it's pretty snowy. I can try to find some trails. In my area that are pretty clean, I guess. I'll have to ask around. But another problem with being in another lockdown is that we're not allowed to see any family right now. So no social gatherings, which means my parents and my husband's parents, who watch my daughter when I go to the gym, cannot watch them. I know they do make exceptions, so I could bring them, but I could bring them there to watch them, but then we could get in trouble if we stay extra there or spend time there for 20 minutes and a neighbor lets someone know that we've been doing that. So it's a tough situation to be in as a parent and during quarantine. So we will see how it goes. Make sure you look for my next update in 2 weeks to see what I decide to do and how to keep this up so I don't lose track of my goal. Since I'm so far into it already, I really don't want to stop working out and stuff like that. So I will let you guys know. Also, if you guys don't know, I live in an apartment, which makes it even harder during a quarantine. That means I am working, taking care of my daughter, eating, working out, all in the same room, and it's just so frustrating doing that, and you go a little bit crazy. So I'm not sure how it's gonna go. I will let you guys know. So if you have any questions or any tips for me for the next 2 weeks, please write them in the comments. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you guys can see my next update. Thanks, and see you guys in my next video. Bye.